Hello everyone, hope that today everything is working fine. And we'll start with our video. Okay. First thing first, as you know, these weeks are something strange in the crypto world. We are still getting some bounces in BNB and BTC. We hope that it would have fully stabilized by now. We had a little pump, but now are still with those weird bounces. We started with some little campaigns because we thought that it was the moment in PooCoin, for example. And we got some operations, but we didn't still have the volume that we usually had. And that's why we tried also other mechanisms such as giveaways in Twitter. And that's why you probably saw all those users. We didn't ask them to come to Telegram. We only asked them to follow Twitter just to know more about the project. It seems that we had some new transactions. And what we wanted is having more people looking at what we do, since our objective these next days will be turning the community into a more active one. Okay, we'll start moving in Reddit and in other social networks, so we can see what's happening and how people interact with our project. Okay. Until now, our Reddit has been mostly passive, and when we have checked other projects, all those projects have used quite a lot Reddit, okay? And that's why we will simply use it also, since we think that it can help us a lot in these first steps, okay? We hope to have some other things finished by now. We are changing how we'll move, especially in partial goals. I mean, you know our roadmap. We want to have a closed beta in the end of this year. But in some discussions that we had all these days, we decided to have partial goals more tangible. I mean, having some kind of service to attract people while the team is also developing the storage and the full encryption that will be behind it, okay? That will help us move, and that will help us also have some clients for the final open beta for next year, okay? And you will see, because we are modifying our white paper and our roadmap, and we'll publish it so you see it. We have partial goals. We have a marketplace. We'll try to get it before or as soon as we can with some specialties, okay? Just so a part of our team can get into trading with potential clients that want to know more about NFT technology and not having to wait until next year to tell them, hey, we have a service, it can be used for NFTs. Of course, we'll bring all these new things to the table, but we think that if we wait until first quarter 2022, it will be probably very hard to introduce a new service, even though we have encryption, even though we have exclusivity. And that's why we want to make those partial goals to try and enter the market as soon as we can. And then, of course, offer them, hey, in these months, we will have this service with this decentralized storage or this encrypted storage. But for now, you have this, and we will teach you how to use it, how to integrate this with your solutions, just so that we won't have as many competitors established in the market before us. As I said, we'll probably make all the changes and we will publish it during this week. I suppose we are already working on it. But the final roadmap is still the same. We are only, as I said, creating these new goals. From marketing, many people ask me about that. We haven't stopped, as I said in the beginning, okay? We just toned down the campaigns, which were a few thousands. And because the cost per click went high very fast, and the effect was almost zero. This week, we had some little ones, and you can see the operations, okay? You might want to announce a stream on Telegram. Well, we announced it on the pinned message, okay, but I will also tell them that it has already started, okay? Remember that what we want to do now is checking all the market. BNB is, I think it was a little less than half of what it was just a few weeks ago. It went down quite fast, but it should go up once BTC stabilizes. BTC is around, in euros, 30,000, it goes down to 28, it goes up to 31, and then bounces again, okay? And that makes it very hard to get new users unless you are a very, very new project and people just go in, pump, and takes it out. There's also a problem this weekend that I've seen in other projects. There was a rumor that there would be a huge dump of BTC. I don't know if you heard it, because there was a big crash coming and lots of people were taking their altcoins and turning it into stable coins, okay? I've seen some people doing that. I checked their operation, I checked the wallets, and they had USDC or Tethers or other coin like that. I don't know where that rumor came, but if you check other altcoins, you will also see big sells, and those turns into stable coins, okay? Also, today marks our first month. Okay, we just launched on April 13th. And tomorrow we'll have our first big burn, okay? It's around 75 trillions, if I'm not wrong. It's 1/5 of the very big wallet, okay? And that's the first step, so that the amount of tokens existing will get until the number that we wanted, that you know will be around 210 millions, okay? So you will see tomorrow that a lot of that wallet will move to the zero debt address. And of course, the market cap will also go down, since we will burn. I mean in PooCoin, because PooCoin, if you check, now it has the message, hey, we take into account locked but not burned, okay? We are still waiting in CoinGecko. Okay, we submitted the request around 2 weeks ago. I've seen some that were approved quite sooner, some that are still waiting. It must depend on who is checking the submission. We also submitted to CoinHunt, and we are also waiting there. Okay. And once we are listed, of course, we will put it all in Telegram so people can upvote it. In the next days, when we create new content in Reddit and other social media, we'll publish it in Telegram so people can help us promote about all that content, since, we need the help of the community, okay? If we simply create content and we don't get those votes, the content would simply be forgotten, okay? But any kind of mission, any kind of content, of course, will be published in our Telegram. It has grown, and they aren't bots because, as you know, we have a captcha bot. We'll see how active the users are, or they aren't, of course, but everything helps, okay? We think that having a potential audience bigger than what we had could be good for us, okay? So, first of all, Well, sorry, I was simply I have some problem with how the messages arrive to my computer, okay? About CoinMarketCap, we need to have quite a higher volume, but we hope that with all these actions, we will get to it, okay? We will also get our contract audited, and I think that having the contract audited, more movement in Reddit, and the new campaigns will, of course, help of this movement. Will the burn get reflection for holders? No, not this one, okay? Because if the reflection got to holders of 75 trillion tokens, okay, it would simply crash the whole market, okay? It only will bring down the market cap, but the people won't get 20 million tokens, for example, okay? That would be simply impossible to maintain, and you must always understand that what we want is having a token be used for a service, okay? So being it too low of price wouldn't help us for this kind of use, okay? What we want now is taking all out, okay? All these tokens out, so the market cap really shows what it is. Hello, Emma. And as you know, it will be in 5 times. This is just the first one, okay? And we hope to have some big news for the next vestings. This is just our first month. This week, we also had to make the full budget for the whole year, okay? Just to settle all the investments and all the budget. We had to say, hey, these are the costs. And that is almost done, so that's good. But it's not as stunning as simply saying, hey, we all have this, okay? Are there any planned partnerships with any projects? Not right now, but we are following a few, okay? So if we see some program or some app that has interests that collide with us, perhaps we can collaborate, okay? I saw you started Twitter marketing. What's next plans? Yes, we started for now with a giveaway because in this kind of situation, we wanted simply to see how it moved, okay? We saw how ads, PooCoin, okay? PooCoin ads moved, and right now the effect is quite low, and we are trying others. We have everything ready with some YouTubers. We have other campaigns with Twitter, and as I said, we will work in posts to be upvoted in Reddit, okay? From what I've been told from people in other projects, Reddit has worked quite well for them. So we will make it more active and we will create a community more solid, just so ads get not cheaper, I mean more effective, okay? And what we need now is a more solid community so that when the market stabilizes and people come in again, we already have all that community, okay? And as I said, we will announce it in the channel, in all of that. As you also know, we have now a Discord, if you prefer Discord, outside from Telegram, okay? And we will also discuss about what kind of other campaigns we can do. We hope that all that bear market is over, but we don't know. We didn't think that BNB would go down so fast, and Bitcoin also. Because when it's fully stabilized, it will be quite easier to promote, okay? And then we will make all the big campaigns, as I mentioned. We can't stop, okay? We can't stop the campaigns, at least fully, because we think that if you stop everything, it would be simply making easy to forget that the project exists. Please turn on subtitles. Is it disabled? There was a Russian language. Yes, but on a streaming with low latency, I think that subtitles can work, okay? When it's processed, perhaps. But right now I'm simply live streaming, and I think that in this kind of latency, it doesn't have the time to create those subtitles. But don't worry, we'll make a little text with all the things that we said. Okay, I simply wanted to update all of you. I thought that a video update would be the easiest way. Okay, so just so you know, we haven't stopped marketing. We are trying new ways aside from Twitter. We have many campaigns just ready to launch. Okay, but people say, hey, if you just launch when everything is going down so fast, the effect will be the same as you are having with the ads. Okay, you just wasted 1,000 euros and you didn't get anything. But we will have that. Aside from that, as I said, a big burn for tomorrow, and then we will publish it in all our social media, just so you know, and you will be able to check all those transactions and how it moves. We are also checking how to best explain what will be our service or what kind of services we will offer. And in our new webpage, it will be shown easily, just so you know. We hope that we will arrive to all those goals. And as you know, we are talking about a long-term project, and that we will just arrive with all of you Moonrakers, since, as you know, some of you have been here from almost the very beginning, and we are working still, even weekends. Some things aren't as visual or perhaps aren't as interesting, because that kind of paperwork and all that budgeting is simply needed, but more annoying than anything. Okay. But remember, stay tuned. I'm in Telegram, even though I don't write that much. If you see, when I'm mentioned, I usually answer. If I'm not there, one of my partners can answer that, because sometimes we have the same questions. Sometimes I even have hundreds of DMs. Sorry if I can't answer all of them, okay? Because it's impossible for anyone. And I try always to answer when there's a new question. I mean, sometimes it's the same question over and over and over and over and over again, okay? If I'm just answering, hey, this, I understand there's a doubt, and don't worry. So one of my partners will answer it. But I'm there, of course, if you need anything. And if you have any kind of idea, of course, for promotion, some people from the community told us, hey, talk with this person or with this YouTuber. And they had said, hey, we could make some contests for this or for that to make the community more active. Of course, we are always open for new ideas, okay? And we want to try new things, and we want to make, as I said, the community more active. So, as I said, stay with us, and, well, just think that this dip is nothing, just a manipulation, I think, when all countries just say, hey, keep the coins, this or that, and we want to control this and that. Well, the Bitcoin just goes down. But it has happened before. It's same old, different day. And we must think not in what we have now, but what we have in 1 year time, okay? And when we have our full service fully developed and the token can be used for it, you will see that we get to the goal that we wanted, okay? So, Moonrakers, as I said, thanks again for this first month, only 1 month, and I think that we accomplished many things for a project such as this. And I hope to have you with us for a few months more. Bye-bye. Good night.